I want to talk about the rise of social media. You know, it's theoretically much easier for new talent to be discovered online, which is a good thing. But then there's also a dark side of social media. And a big thing is, of course, cancel culture, which I'm sure you're familiar with.
I am.
I wanted to just touch on, in 2004, your career came to a slight halt because there was a joke that you...
Oh, wait, it wasn't a slight halt. It was a gigantic halt.
Okay.
Okay.
It was so your career came to a gigantic halt
Yes.
after a joke you made about George Bush. Would you describe that situation as you being cancelled at that?
No, I would describe that situation as a lot of people covering their backsides. You see, because the joke was never about him, you know, but no one ever stood up and said, hey, here's what actually happened. And they put it in the newspaper, and you notice they never say what I exactly said or what I said at all, you know, but all somebody has to do is say you said it, and that's what happens. And we're seeing the same thing in many more ways. But, you know, I feel like the truth doesn't seem to matter as much these days. But I have lots of questions about why we're doing things that we do, you know, and because I've come from that side of it, I can say, well, have you asked this question, or have you thought about this, or what about this? How do you know?
Right.
Did you read it? Or is it just intimated? And so, you know, I find that it's a lot easier for me to make decisions about what I think based on my experiences.
Right.
Of that same thing. That makes me think about stuff in a different way, because I knew I hadn't done any of the stuff they wrote about.
Right.
But it didn't matter, because as far as the newspaper said you did it, you did it.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to see everyone flipping out now. I just feel like the world is just having a tough time. It's like a baby, you know, that's fallen down and can't get up.
Yes.
You know, it's just rolling back and forth, just going wham. You know, that's what it feels like. You know, I feel like there's lots wrong with the world, but there's really lots right with it.
Yeah.
So I try to look for the balance.
Yes.
Yes.
You obviously bounced back, but because you got a job.
5 years.
Yes. So let's talk about that. Yeah. So how long did it take you to bounce back and then end up on The View? Because
5 years. No work. All your savings gone.
Wow.
Because you got family and you got to keep eating, and you know you have to keep doing your thing. And lucky for me, you know, Barbara Walters offered me a job and said, "Hey, would you like to do this?" And I was like, "Now you know, I'm not in favor right now in the general public." She said, "Well, you'll be perfect. You'll be fine at this job." I was like, "Yeah, then I would like it." And so I've been here, you know, sometimes in trouble, sometimes not. But the beauty is the show is all about your view. What do you think of something? You know, the hardest thing to deal with is people who don't want you to have a view, that would rather you not see what's in the world as you perceive it, because you're someone who is an actor, and as though your job description keeps you from feeling what's going on in the world. So it's very, very interesting.
So I'm then thinking, because obviously careers are in waves, surely now when you are a host on that show, it's easier to actually have your opinion because that's what you're there for. So you're not speaking from an actor's perspective. From
Right. It shuts everything else out, you see, because there is cancel culture, people will call or text and say, "I'm not buying your product." this is who you have talking about your product. Me and my 5 million followers are not, if you keep her, we're not going to buy your car, or we're not going to buy your shampoo, or we're not going to buy your toothbrush, or we're not going to buy your Pampers. It's like, okay. There wasn't much work in the beginning of all of this. So, and it's like 5 or 6 years now, and people say, "Oh, this is who she is. She hasn't changed." And okay, work comes here and there, and I get to do things that I haven't done for a while, and so I'm a little, rusty. I'm a little rusty.
Itching for something new?
Always.
Yeah.
Always. What about you? Don't you feel the same way? Do you want to? Sometimes, if you stop doing something for a while, you feel like you're rusty and can't get back to it, but yet you do.
Yes.
And you think, oh, okay, oh, this is okay. I can do this. I mean, to me, you look like you're 7. So I don't know if these experiences are in, part of the world for you. But, for me, this is what it's been like.
Oh, well, Whoopi, I'll take that. The black doesn't crack, so.
Well, no, but it does spread, so watch out. Just saying, I can say I'm in a chair right now that I'm bigger than. I'm just saying.
Whoopi, you have excelled in so many different areas, from theatre to film to TV. What rationale do you have when you're choosing a project, both as an actor and a producer, and how has that changed over the years?
Well, as an actor, it's never changed. It's always the same thing. Who has offered? If someone offers me a job, I'm going to look at it just to see.
Right.
There are things that I've wanted to do forever, and maybe it'll turn up at some point, and maybe it won't. And then I have a partner that I work with who really heads our company, and it has to kind of be something we're both interested in doing.
Right.
So it's good that I'm not making all the decisions, because that wouldn't be a good idea.
Why wouldn't it be a good idea?
Well, sometimes you need an adult. He's my adult. For how long? 25 years we've been working together.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like I've been married to him. This is my longest relationship anywhere, I think.
And still going strong.
Still going strong, yes.
Love that.